All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Joe from Thin Line Defense. I'm out here with Sean from We Like Shooting. We got an awesome show for you today. We got all kinds of stuff lined up. We're going to be shooting LA Police Gear plates. I'm going to be testing out the LA Police Gear plate carrier. I got the shot up Olight. I got the little dangly thing from Mile High Angel. Got primary arm optic. I got the Daniel Defense stock. I got the Tac-Con trigger. You hold that?
Yeah.
And then we're also going to take a look at the ride-on. I did get it milled onto the slide. We're going to take a look at this. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome day. So grab your popcorn, sit down. That video is going to be long, but it's going to be packed with information and excitement. Hold on. Yeah, Walsh? Yeah, what's up, man? I'm out recording. What do you mean I got to focus on one thing at a time? No, I didn't do a benchtop video of the trigger. Dude, it's a trigger. And I can't wear the mask? No, it's not dangerous. YouTube thinks it's dangerous. This is I can't say that either. All right, I gotta go.
So what are we gonna do?
I guess we gotta head back to the bench and talk about the trigger.
What?
Yeah.
We drove all the way out here.
Right? Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. So I know Walsh gets all the cool stuff to review, but I actually have something pretty cool today. So bear with me and overlook the poor video quality and editing while we take a look at the Tac-Con GT Mod 1 trigger from Gunfighter. Let's get into this. So let's start off by looking at what comes in the packaging. So as you can see here, it's a trigger and it comes with everything that you need to install a trigger. So whether you're replacing the trigger in your weapon that you have already, or you're doing your own build and you need a trigger pack, this comes with everything. It comes with a trigger, comes with the selector switch. This is an ambi selector switch. Comes with the Allen wrench to install the selector switch, and it comes with the pins. Now the pins do lock into place. It has springs on the bottom of the trigger pack, and from what I can tell, they actually lock into the trigger pack themselves. So you don't need anti-roll pins or anti-walk pins. You don't need any of those. It comes with everything that you need. Just throw it in your gun. Phew. Glad that's over. Now Walsh can't complain that I didn't do an unboxing video for this trigger. Taking a little bit of a deeper dive into the packaging, it comes with a nice install guide so you can see how to install it. If you're not a trained professional or you're not a gunsmith or you don't know what you're doing with firearms, then don't install that trigger. Take it to somebody. That is our safety precursor. Don't do stuff with gun that you don't know what you're doing. You could hurt yourself. Thin Line Defense is not liable if you install that trigger wrong and hurt yourself. Okay, now with that out of the way, we can actually take a look at this. Yeah, the first thing that pops out to me is it's made in Colorado. This is a small business, gunfighter.com. The link will be down in the description. So this is a small business. There's a long story behind it. So Tac-Con have been around since, I don't know, around 2006 or something like that. They came out with that 3-position trigger. This is not the 3-position trigger. This is a 2-position trigger. And what that trigger does is it doesn't force reset the trigger. It assists in resetting the trigger, which has been blessed off by the ATF. Oh, yeah. And it comes with a little laminated card with the letter printed on it from the ATF. Take a look. Make sure that you pause the video if you want to read the card entirely or the letter from the ATF. Here you go. So when I was looking into that trigger, the only thing that I could find online or in videos or whatever was a 3MR or something like that, the older Tac-Con trigger. So this isn't that. This only has 2 positions, but it is an assisted reset trigger. So what that means is you fire around the bolt cycle, the back of the bolt actually knocks a little lever into the trigger and it forces your finger forward a little bit. Now with assisted, it forces it up to the reset, but you actually have to relieve pressure off of the trigger to hit that reset and then come back on to the trigger. So what does that mean? It means that if you practice well, you can actually shoot this firearm very quickly. Now, with that being said, I believe that you could do that with any trigger, especially if you start getting into like your 3-pound pull trigger. This trigger, it seems like it's about a 4-pound trigger. I don't have the tools to verify that, but we're going to call it a 4-pound trigger. It is a light, crisp trigger, I can tell you that. Now, I think with a 3-pound trigger and all the trigger in the aftermarket world, that you could fire just as fast with a really nice trigger, or you know, do your practice drill. You could probably fire just as fast with a mil-spec trigger. Just ask Mr. Michalek. So I know what you're asking, but Joe, then why are you so excited about that trigger? So 2 things. This is a novelty item. This is around $300. Like I said, link in the description. ColoradoGunfighter.com is where you can buy them. So it is a novelty item. This is something that I'm going to put in only one of my firearms for now. And this is something that I'm going to take out to the range just to have fun with, see how fast I can fire. But there is another reason for this trigger. So if you're one of these guys,
let me see that thing. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah. Oh, dude, that shelf. Oh, that's crisp. But, you know, there's a lot of take-up in that trigger. There's a lot of take-up, man. I wouldn't have bought this take-up. You know, I wouldn't have bought that trigger just because of the take-up.
Now, with all joking aside, when that bolt goes forward and it forces your finger forward, to come and reset the trigger is just a slight movement. And there is almost 0 take-up after you do that. So, even if you're not trying to get a trigger just to shoot fast and be John Wick out at the range or wherever, this trigger, the reset and take-up is actually amazing on this trigger. So, if you like that crisp shelf, that, you know, no take-up, crisp shelf, hardly any reset into your trigger, if that's what you look for in a trigger, then honestly, you're going to want to take a look at this. Alright, I think I checked all the boxes for Walsh with the unboxing, talking about the trigger, where you can find it, why I got it, what led me to this trigger. I think I'm done. So, for my favorite part, let's go shoot this, and let's see if it is a novelty item, if it's something that everybody should have, or if it's something that you should just not waste your time or money on.
All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's actually shoot this and see how it does. Let's see how fast I can shoot. I'm kidding. That's a machine gun. All right, let's get the tack on.
Good to go. That's a good way to waste a bunch of money.
Okay, and there you have it. Yeah, absolutely amazing trigger. I love this thing. Thank you, Tac-Con. I actually love it so much that I'm going to buy a couple more of these to put in my other rifles. Really appreciate it. Sorry I can't talk about everything else. Oh, hold on. Walsh, your wife just found your collection of something about midgets and battle belts. Oh, and all your vest plate carriers. She just found them. And I just told them they're not mine. I just told her they're not mine. Alright, now that Walsh is gone, flashlight still works. It still works. This optic, not my favorite because it's first focal plane. I love the glass in it. I love everything about the optic except for first focal plane. So if you're going to buy an LPVO from Primary Arms, go ahead and go with their second focal plane. And the stock. Yeah, it's a stock. It did what it is supposed to do. I actually kind of liked it. So Daniel Defense, I don't hate Daniel Defense. I just kind of hate the price for the full rifle. But your stock is legit and I really like it. Thank you for the subscriber that sent this for the review. I will get it off of here and get it back to you. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Dude, I hit like 25 out of them. Wow.
Yeah, that especially that last run, that was like on.
Yeah.